like this bumblebee.
Yeah, it's AfterBuzz. So we try to imitate the little buzz. Good? Okay. All right, guys. So season 2, the trailer, super intense. How do your characters develop for season 2 way farther than season 1?
I mean, how do they develop? I mean, they develop in so many ways. I mean, season 2, we find Ben in this role of guardian or a caretaker of the passengers, and he's looking for this loophole in the death date, as well as protecting them from old enemies and a bunch of new enemies that make every day a real struggle to survive. And I think, as far as his character goes throughout the season, by the time we get to the mid of season 2, he has a complete shift in the way that he thinks and the way that he sees the world. So we'll have to see.
That's towards the middle.
That's towards the middle.
For Michaela, season 1, she was making a lot of mistakes, and I think her whole thing in season 1 was trying to be a better person. So going into season 2, she's got this newfound, I have to make the right decision, I have to do everything right. And after a while, it starts to kind of conflict with what is actually right. Following the rules doesn't actually equate to what is right. And we see her change her mind on something, and it leads to some pretty big consequences. I mean, and overall, just as far as her love triangle and her family goes,
that's pretty intense.
Pretty intense, and she's trying really hard to make the right decision and ends up hurting people anyways. And so I think it's kind of like a good moral lesson on what actually is right. Yeah.
So I feel like season 1 was all about survival. Is that kind of the same for season 2, or is it more developed into you trying to help the passengers out a little bit more?
I think it's about preservation, season 2. It's about trying to keep everything you hold near and dear to your heart close to you and safe. Yeah, if season 1 was survival, this is preservation.
I mean, I think it's a bit of both. I think Ben and Michaela are a good balance because Ben is about preservation and Michaela is about helping people. And I think that they both kind of swap places every once in a while. And neither one is right, neither one is wrong. Yeah.
So we're a digital after show network, and we review all types of shows. Is there a specific show that any of you two you watch or you've recently binge watched that you're such a huge fan of?
Succession. 100%.
I would agree. I think Succession was done very, very well, but I also just binge watched You, which
my God.
It's just candy. You can't stop.
Yeah.
So
Did you finish it?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's real good. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us. Nice.